Hello, Mazi. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Biafrans. You're welcome to the program. My name is Ikem Patrick Ike, and it's my pleasure to have you here once again. Good evening. It is 45 minutes past the hour of 8 p.m. on this day, 22nd of December 2020, and we are live on Biafra Television. We're live on Patrick Ikem channel, and we are live on Pat DK page on Facebook. And today we'll be talking about the news that came to us about the presidency and the reaction towards Fulani Herdsmen. And finally, we are beginning to see light at the end of the tunnel. Mazi Solomon, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mazipat, for bringing me into the program. I bring greeting to all Biafran all over the world. At my end here is good morning. Good morning to all of you who are here to watch us in this edition, this edition of this program this morning. So you are all welcome, and I also welcome all lovers of freedom. I also welcome the lovers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the haters of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You are welcome here because I know you will be here to listen to us this morning in this edition. Thank you so much, Mazi Patrick, for bringing me in. My name is Solomon Peter.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Anytime we call you, you're always here, and we know it's a normal sacrifice. Even though sometimes when you are here, people think it's easy. What people comment is what they see. They don't comment on what they don't see. But at every point in time, we are all paying the dues. We are all making the sacrifice. And wherever you find yourself, focus on your best of ability. Choose your path, the path you know you can do very well, and focus on it. Mazi Solomon, thank you very much. We've seen a recent statement by the media, one of the media representative of the cabals in Asoro, coming to say that that the presidency will be putting a ban on the herdsmen. That in fact they are beginning to even say that herdsmen are destroying crops and things like that. Maz, I don't know if you've read the news, but I think I have them forwarded. I have to make that okay. I think I have them forwarded to your own WhatsApp as well. So I would like to read. In fact, our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu commented and he said, Nigerians, please go and thank your stars for ESN. What years of convoluted grammar and meaningless argument could not achieve, the launch of ESN accomplished in less than 2 weeks. Within a month of launching of defense line across the southeast and south-south, the Janjaweed rulers of the zoo have realized its game over and have decided to do the right thing. We are not letting our guard down because we know they are natural born liars. This could be another ruse to lure us into a false sense of security before they unleash their dogs of war from Sahel on innocent Easterners. The zoo does not understand the reason or common sense. They only understand armed self-defense. I want to thank the generation of Biafran scientists for their exceptional ingenuity and service to the motherland. We are better prepared now than ever before. ESN is here to stay. An eye for an eye, an eye for an eye. Mazi Solomon, this is the statement by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra on his Facebook page and on Twitter, leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, concerning the reaction of the presidency towards the Fulani herdsmen.
Yeah, yes, Mazi Patrick, this is not the first time. You could remember in 2017 to 2018, In short, at the coming of the APC government into power, you discover that when they are coming into power, even though in their manifesto, restructuring, they included restructuring because they needed to convince the people to vote them. They know what Nigeria is clamoring for. So they have to include something that look like restructuring, devolution of power. So in their very manifesto, because they want to convince Nigerians into voting them into power. So, but immediately they come into power, they pack down on those things. They behave as though it's not funded anywhere in their manifesto. But as our agitation for Biafra is heating up in the entire eastern region, then you see them turning around. You see them turning around, and they begin to talk about restructuring as if that's what they want to do. So even the former vice president Atiku comments and said that Nnamdi Kanu has forced the cabal to accept restructuring, to accept to go into restructuring. And this is what our agitations achieve at every point in time. But the moment the group of Igbo people call themselves Ohanese and the Eastern governors gangs together, abandoned the very good move that they started by calling in Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu and some responsible IPOP members into discussions, because what they have failed to organize or what they have failed to recognize, or maybe they know and they don't want people to acknowledge that these things they know about it, is that they failed to make people understand that they acknowledge that agitation of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already a leadership that ought to be recognized. Because what is a leader if you don't have people to lead? Now, the moment the large number of people has followed a particular ideology, that is very, very important that you respect that leadership. It's very important you acknowledge that leadership. Agitation of Biafra is already a leadership that needed to be acknowledged by all the politicians, by all the people who find themselves in the group called Ohaneze Ndigbo, or any other group that are offering leadership to Igbo nations and to entire eastern regions. They need to acknowledge that agitation of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a leadership that ought to be recognized. So when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come from the prison and they start engaging, that is a very good move that have needed to continue, no matter how bad you felt with what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing or what he stands for. They must knowledge and the wisdom could have taught them that the best approach was the engagement, because in that engagement there was no violence. In that engagement there was total democracy. Everybody is entitled to his own opinion. Everybody is entitled to say his mind, to voice out his mind. And negotiation and debate would have started from that. Maybe at the end of the day, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu might finally convince everyone that Biafran is what everyone, both the governors, should go into now. Or maybe the governors might finally have convinced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by now that Biafrans should come secondary, that they should go first for restructuring. But you discover because of most of them that are there are not for the interest of the people. Most of the governors and representatives and the even Ohanes and the other groups that are offering leadership, they are not there for the interest of the people or for the yelling of the people. So because of that, because of their selfish interest, they destroy that very good move that they started, which we needed at that very moment to make sure that everyone is in the right in one page. So, but they destroy that leadership that they would have offered at that very time. And since the time they destroy it by going seeking to prescribe IPOP because they want to do the bid of the North, seeking to bring Operation Python dance. Since that very time till today, things has not been the same. And that restructuring that the presidency are trying to accept at that very time, they change their mind because it's very, very important we know that negotiation in Nigeria can never happen through your weakness. You can never negotiate anything and get it through your weakness. The only thing you negotiate and get in Nigeria is things you negotiate with your strength. So the moment they remove IPOB out of the way, the moment they help to remove IPOP from the neck of Nigeria, they stop talking about restructuring. For how many years now? For completely getting to 6 years they have been in power. But now the issue of restructuring has died. Even they are making caricatures of the people who started campaigning for this restructuring. So now again, there is Mazen Nandekan has come again to launch ESN, the Eastern Security Network. Now the presidency has come again now that they want to stop the Fulani men taking their cows around. So maybe they want to build the ranching for them now, or they want to bring the plan that people are clamoring. And this is what people are clamoring all this while. Why are you allowing the Fulanis to be moving around? Why they have the opportunity to build ranches? They are moving their cow around, destroying people's farm. Since people have been saying this, they form a deaf ear. They are not listening. They are not here. In short, for the matter of fact, you are nobody. But now, Mazen Nandikano has shown them his readiness to combat with their illegalities, with their intimidations, and now you can see them making a statement. They are making a statement now. We want to stop Fulani from moving around. Now, who do they want to encourage? They want to encourage the same people again who came up to seek for prescription of IPOP to destroy what is good they started with in our region. What is good that they started in our region? Engaging IPOP, engaging people that are into the agitation of Biafra for the way forward to make sure everybody is in one page. So they want to encourage them again so that they will come after ESN, so that they will have reason to decline their support for ESN. And once they succeed in making them to do so, you will not hear the talk or the statement about stopping Fulani herdsmen. In short, when they succeeded in doing it now, they will arm the Fulani herdsmen more.
So, Mazi, what you are
And this
saying
is
is that this is a kind of distraction to just
that
make people feel that to make people feel relaxed. Because our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have already said it that they know that these people can never come out. Because don't forget that the Aburi Accord was relegated. If these people can, before the international community, renegade Aburi Accord, destroy that and even go to war over a written agreement, how can you trust their word? Mazi, go
yeah, this thing is the system they have. All the Muslims, they have this system in in their Al-Quran, in the book they use for Muslims, Al-Quran, their holy book, they call it Takia. They call it Takia. Takia is a system which you use to destroy your enemy by camouflaging. Where was that system used in the Bible? Because most of you are not relating with histories. In the Bible, you discover a tribe that is when God gave the children of Israel the land, he asked them that he's going to help them to wipe their enemies small, so that as they are developing and expanding, God will help them to be pushing away their enemies. Because if you push their enemies at once, then the place will be covered with bush, will be covered with forest, and the wild animals will come and occupy the place. So they have already started conquering the territory in which God has promised them. Because God is the owner of the land. He said he giveth it to who he wished to give. Then at the end of the day, some people who are just nearest neighbor to the place where the children of Israel have already conquered, they come with takia. They disguise themselves as people who came from far. They disguise themselves as people who came from far, and they came to meet the leaders of Israel and say, we came from far. So we have seen what God is doing with you people. So we come to reach agreement with you that you will not destroy us and we will not destroy you. We will be loyal. We will be people. We will be together with you guys. They come with that system of takia. And the children of Israel did not make investigation. Because these men, they have already discussed themselves. They come from far, but they are nearer neighbor. And then what happened? The children of Israel ignorantly enter into agreement with these people. And after they have entered the agreement, what did God say? God said, these people you allow, they will remain tongue to your flesh. So now this is where the Muslims draw that system of takia. You can actually camouflage to deceive your enemies. You can all of a sudden become serious, like you're a serious human being over a particular thing, only for you to use that posture of being serious, or posture of your statement of doing something good to deceive your enemy. Is a system for deception which they have used over the years and is working for them. When you confront them, they will calm down, like they want to make a discussion with you, like they wanted to see where you can work together with them. That is a deception. And I've also told you here, remember about the sons of Jacob. When the stranger slept with their sister, they are very furious. But the stranger tell them they want to marry, that he want to marry their sister at the end of the day. They also use takia on them. They calm down and say, okay, if you want to marry our sister, then you need to circumcise with us. Because for you to sleep with our sister, it has to be somebody who is circumcised. And the people accepted wholeheartedly. When you are in love, you know what happened? They accepted, yes. But the children of Israel cannot forgive uncircumcised man that divisions their sister. The children of Jacob cannot forgive it, but they use takia on the people. They accepted, oh, there is peace now. Oh, we won't do anything to you. Then just what you need to do is to circumcise. As they bring knife the same day and they cut off the first skins of all the men in that place, as they are in pain, as they cannot stand up and fight, as they cannot stand up to do anything in their weakness, then the sons of Jacob strike and kill all of them. Your enemy will always wanted to bring you to the point where he is rest assured you can do nothing. where is rest assured you cannot be able to attack back, that he has already destroyed part of your strength. They know, the Northerners knows that IPOP is the strength of the Southeast, because these are not men that came with word, they are the men that came with action. They are men with sophisticated mind that against all odds, they are the kind of people with sophisticated minds that doesn't give up even in the presence of their enemies. They know that IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the strength of the East, is the strength of the Southerners, is the strength of the Eastern region. They know. So at every time they will seek for the bid that will reduce, that will detach the strength of the Eastern regions, so that they will stand alone, so they will continue to deal with them with their takias. They will divide their politicians. Their politicians cannot speak with one voice, because they use takia to promise this person something different and promise this person something and make them to work for different interests, and they lost focus on the interest for their people. So they are using this method of takia to Yorubas, and they are using this method of takia even to the Easterners and also to the Eastern regions. They are making use of it. So what they are trying to do now is to use this their takia method also to de-escalate the situation, to escalate the theory or the complaint of the people as to regard to what the Fulani herdsmen are doing. So they wanted to use this comment to clean their mess. So everybody will now see it. What is the reason for ESN, since Fulani herdsmen are no more moving their cattle around? This is a tactics, and it is very, very unfortunate that it is people who call themselves that they have read, the people who call themselves that they have known book, they have certificate, they have professor, they have engineer. They are the first people to fall into the trap. They are the first people to come and start speaking grammar, to come and start analyzing rubbish. And we have not learned over the years. Over the years. Even Adolf Hitler, read his history. The same time that he was promising peace to the France, that he was promising peace to the other people around, it is the same time he's attacking them. So we must learn from history that this takia method, so many people have used it, and the religions as is Islam is what they also use. We are not against the religions here, but we are against anything, any system that is being used to deny people's rights, to something, is what we are against. Even some methods that is in the Bible you use against people, we will also talk about it, because those things that are there is not actually for denying people their rights, but they are there to actually use it to bring people into the right path of the religion. They are not there for you to use it against people in taking their right away, but they are there for you to use it to empower people of their rights. But people will always misinterpret and use the instrument that is meant for the good of the people against the people. Even in the Bible, you discover the problem with the children of Israel and God is that the religion that was given to them, it is a spiritual religion. It's not a physical religion. But they abandoned the spirituality of the religion, whereby using the instrument of that religion physically to intimidate people. And that's why Jesus said to them, you go far and near to make disciples. But after you have made the disciples, then you make them worse than they were before you met them. Because the religion instrument is for spiritual empowerment. And whereby you are empowered spiritually, then you live out of that spiritual, because it has to go inside you first. The outcome of what happened inside you is what you are meant to live out. That is the work of religion. He will change you from inside. So you cannot grab the instrument of religions when you have not been touched by the religion, when you have not been changed by that instrument of religion inside of you. So when you lay hands on the instrument of religion, and religion has not been part of you, it has not changed you instantly, you will use it physically to destroy people. Because you will pretend to them that you are a pastor. They will welcome you into their house as a good man without knowing that they are welcoming a thief, without knowing that they are welcoming a rapist, because the religion has not changed you inside. You that is a rapist, it hasn't changed you inside. Religion has not changed you inside. You that is a criminal. So when you come with the pretense of religion, that you people will accept you as a good man without knowing that they accepted a criminal, without knowing that they have accepted a rapist. So the religions was given to us to empower us spiritually, so that we can live out the good life that that religions gives to people inside. Because that's why the Bible says it's not what man eats that defiled him, but what come out of him. Because the change starts from inside of you. You need to be part of that change. But when you are not that part of that change, and you are using the instrument of change to deceive people in a camouflage, then you become a lion, you become a wolf in cheap clothing. The Bible make mention of all these things. Becoming you a wolf in a cheap clothing, because what you are doing is a deception. That is why takia, using takia as an instrument of war, or as an instrument of changing people, deceiving people to conquer them, it is wrong. Because
Mazi, Mazi,
yes,
don't
ma'am.
you think it's too early for the presidency to just come out? Because we look at over the years, people have been crying. The killing of Fulani herdsmen, the for many years, people have been finding solution, telling the presidency to do something about the killing, and nothing happened. And suddenly, after the launching of ESN under two, they just make up their mind and say, now we have to find a solution. Don't you think it's too early for such a decision?
Mazi, you cannot say that it's too early. Remember, this struggle, this, the also the North, they are also struggling for their own life, and they want to maintain their position of the intimidation they are making to the South. They want to cover everywhere, because they know, you know why? Mazen and Kano has been following them bomber to bomber, has been debunking most of their plans, educating Nigerians about the steps that these people are taking against others. And these are the things that most of educated South are not seeing. And some people are afraid to come out. And some people, for some certain self-interest, they don't want to get involved with what the North are doing, because they don't want them to deny them the opportunity of coming into a position of looting money, embezzling public funds. So for that, they detach themselves. You see, most of the politicians, most people who are supposed to be talking are not the one talking. So now the North also know their game, because what they are doing with the presidency today, coming with this release, a press release from one of the media advisors, is that they know their game, and they know when their game they are not up to their game. They know when something is about to hit on their game. They know when their game something is happening, something wanted to debunk their game. So once you don't need to stay long for you to know that something is coming to happen. there is things that when it happened, you know that it needed an urgent response. So regarding what they did at this very moment is things that required urgent response. They don't have time anymore. If they waste time, if they try to waste time, then their game will be over. So they will try to tighten up immediately. It is things that requires urgent response. So they
Mazi,
can't afford
the announcement,
to
the
waste time.
announcement, the announcement came as a surprise to everybody, including myself sitting here. Because what we were expecting was the army would just raise their tank and move to the eastern region immediately to attack the ESN, the Eastern Security Network. Like many have predicted that the military is coming. They are coming. Somebody was saying that they are going to track you people through your telephone numbers, through your that the military. Up till now, we haven't seen any military incursion. Rather, the presidency have just suddenly held break as if is it a way to make the people relax and create a new strategy?
Yeah, actually, you know that as the North, the Fulanis Caliphate, you know that they cannot run out of strategies. They can't. You know why? Because their strategies are being funded by the foreigners, the rulers of the world. That is why our agitation is a fight against the world. It's not a fight over Fulanis. It's a fight over the world because they are the ones advising for Fulanis to have taken over Nigeria, dominate every arms of the of governance in Nigeria. It is not purely from their own brain. They don't have such a brain, but they have a determinations that the people who wanted to conquer Africa, they have the kind of determinations that the people who want to conquer Africa has. So they are trading with their determinations. They are the kind of people who doesn't have love for others, who are very selfish to their tribes. Do you understand? So this instrument is a very good instrument to people who want to conquer Africa and who want to continue to exploit Nigeria in the expense of the life of millions of people in Nigeria. So they have this kind of element that these people who want to conquer us requires. So now it's the same people. Remember, it's the same people which our spring leader Dimo Gwejuku mentioned in one of his videos. He said for the ambassador of a certain country, he mentions that is looking for their interest. Advice go on. Otherwise, against what was agreed in Aburi, and they go on, accept it with all innocency in his heart. But when he come back, these people now begin to advise him otherwise. They begin to advise him otherwise. So the same people has moved quickly when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make the move of launching the Eastern Security Network. They move quickly to advise them that if you don't take a stand now, then you are done. This boy, this young man will finish your game. So it is a thing of urgency. So they have to respond to it in order to have opportunity to re-strategize. So that's why we are bringing up this program so that our people will not be carried away by the wind of this deception. They only wanted to re-strategize. Remember when they come with Ruga, people attack, they go back. They come with the cattle colony, they can never, even at this time when they make this statement, wait them again with another strategy. All that they are driving and all they are trying to prevail on is the conquest of the Fulanis over others. Systematical conquest, physical conquest, land grabbing, because they want a situation whereby everyone, where when you talk about Fulanis, Fulani will be all over Nigeria. I come from Oyi local government. So they want a situation where Fulanis will also have their settlement in Oyi local government. And even in our village, there's so many people in my village, even the people they call sheep in my village, are selling a massive land to Fulanis to have their settlement in every village, so that when you talk of the matter of that village, Fulani will be included. They don't want to be Fulani of the north because they have already conquered the north, and you see them that they fight on the north today while they are killing everybody in the northeast, because they don't want anybody to say the history of any village without including Fulanis. So in that very way, there will be dominance everywhere. That when you talk about, like today, Willie Obiano has Mietiala in his government and is paying them well. And what is he doing by that? That is the bid of the Fulanis, that you cannot talk about the election of Anambra State without talking about the Fulanis. So that as the Fulanis are there in Anambra State, they use them to rig the election of Anambra State. They will use that section of Fulanis to rig the election of Anambra State. These are systematically conquest. They want Fulanis to be deciding, to be among people also who will be deciding what happened to your village. If your village say they want electricity, so you will have high number of Fulanis who will also vote from your village that we don't need the electricity. And when we want to talk to them, they will tell you, all of us are the owner of this community. That is the systematic conquest. That is actually the
Mazi, we saw it in El Rufai's statement when he was narrating about people saying that some people are indigenous and others are not indigenous in southern Kaduna. Do you want us to play? Do you want us to play the clip?
Mazi, you go on, please. We need to.
And yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill our people, we're happy to do it. Compensation for lives and property has foundations even in the Quran and the Bible. Frankly, as the governor of the state, this is where my opinion comes in. As I speak, we are aware of some church leaders that have been getting money from abroad to bury Christians that have been killed, to rebuild thousands of churches that have been destroyed, because the more they put this on social media and give the impression that Christians are being targeted, the more dollars flow in.
Is there your proof of this?
I will not say proof. The security agencies have been monitoring, and when we put it all together, you'll be surprised which people we are going to prosecute.
We have less than 90 seconds.
There are people in southern Kaduna, political leaders, church leaders, that are selling a narrative of exclusion, that only indigenes should live there, only people of a particular religion should live there. Now, unless people agree to live in peace and know that this is Nigeria, no one can.
Mazi, you've seen the situation. Yes, just like you were saying.
This is exactly what I'm trying to bring up here. Watch that comment closely. They want you to accept Fulanis in your community as the co-stakeholder, as the stakeholder in your community, so that decision that you did not include the Fulani, decision that Fulanis revolt in your village will be put into consideration, so that if you say that this is the way they will come into your culture, they will destroy your culture, because they will vote again, they will revolt against it. They will revolt against the main reason, the main value of your community, the core value of your existence of the people in your community. They will destroy it. They will destroy it, because they will seek for inclusiveness. But we Fulanis, we are not doing it like this, and we are co-members of this community. That's just the way they want it. And that is why they are calling Fulanis all over the world. All over where you have Fulanis, Fulanis in Senegal, Fulani in Liberia, Fulani in Ghana. They come to Nigeria to be able to fit in into this very project of the Fulanis. They want whole Nigerian to be Fulanis. Every community in Nigeria, you have the community of Fulani. You have Fulanis in that community, so that every culture of that community, they very value the very value of the existence of those community, so that they can destroy it and they impose theirs, or they will stand in oppositions against it. So they want to destroy the original history. Remember, they are the one who removed the history from Nigeria. So they want to destroy the genuine history of the indigenous people.
Mazi, not just talking about communities this time around. They also want to be in position of power where they can make great political decisions and take the political power to subjugate the people. Just like what one of our sister Blossom Iyawo Shegu said, not only that they will later contest, not only that they will later contest political offices, rig themselves in, and totally subjugate the indigenous people. That is just the aim. By holding political positions, they automatically make decisions that affect your life.
Yes, just like I said, these people, they make the use of the instrument of religion, but religion is not part of them. In my illustrations, religion is a spiritual tools that are given to empower man, because the origin of man is man was spiritual before man become physical. So the essence of man is spiritual. The sustenance of human race is more spiritual than physical. So religions is the spiritual tools that we are given to empower us spiritually, so that we can live out our original life in creation. So now these people, they will fail from taking that religions into empowering them, into empowering their own life spiritual. So they are not in unity with that religion's instrument in their inner person, but they want to use the instrument of that religion physically by deceiving you to believe that they are what the religion said about them inside, but they are not. They are only using that instrument of religions to deceive you, to bring you to the point of weakness, to bring you to the point where you are powerless. So they will dominate you, so that they will be able to take over your village. That before you know it, then you are contesting a position of an indigenous person in the village with a Fulani man. And they will use their power in the center to impose their people over the communities and the indigenous people. So this is actually the game. And the way IPOP, we are here to educate the public. Now, if you know, like most of you that are contributing money to the prophets, to people who call themselves seers and prophets, if prophet says to you that armed robbers is coming to your house tomorrow to kill you and made away with your money, I hope most of you will not sleep in that house that day, and you will not keep your money in that house the next day, if you are taking heed to the prophecy that the thing that the man is seeing for you. So many of you do it. Now, we IPOP, we are like the prophet, the seers, that are telling you the implications of the actions and the stand that these Fulani people are taking over the indigenous people. Because we want you to see it, we want you to understand it, so that you will be able to escape this their trap. We are not here to gossip, and we are not here to begin to actually always come to call name. We are here to educate you. We are here to be able to make you see what you cannot be able to see, and hear what you cannot be able to hear. In all their steps is towards conquest. That's why our people says, onye bịara izu mmadụ oshi na aka enwe uche. Somebody who want to steal from you will always know more than you. He will always have secret more than you. He will always have more tactics than you, because he comes to break your security. He comes to invade you. The book of John chapter 10 verse 10, a popular scripture says, the thief cometh to steal, to kill, to destroy. So you need to listen to people who has come to give you life by debunking the plans that these people has against you. They are using one Nigeria to deceive you. But among the people who want one Nigeria, they are not counted. Before the independence of Nigeria, they don't want to go into that independence with the South. It is these same people who want to use them to conquer everyone who still go to convince them. And we didn't have our independence the time we're supposed to have it. It has to be extended because we are waiting for the North to be ready. After the counter coup in 1966, after the coup of Chumanzogu, led by Chumanzogu, after that coup was stopped, they are the one who were shouting for Araba, that they don't want to be one Nigeria. But once they find that ground of deceiving you because you wanted a peaceful coexistence of everybody in Nigeria in the South, as the South always welcome people, they always sincere in heart when they are dealing with strangers. But these people, they are not. As they see that weakness in you, they begin to shout one Nigeria, and you are now start accepting them as if though they are in one Nigeria. But today, count, are they in one Nigeria? While there is no other people from other side of Nigeria who are in power with them today. They are the chief of army staff.
There is a video. Sorry to cut you short, but there is this video because this video is very, very important.
You have
there is. Okay, there is this video I want us to play. Sorry to cut you all short, Mazi. I pledge your indulgence. In Mali, there is a fight going on between the Fulanis and the Dogons. And I want us to look at this video, Mazi, so that you see that the crisis of Fulani is not just in Nigeria alone.
Yes, this is extremely important. This is why I am able to tell you today that a number of people have been put under arrest by our gendarmerie, our police, but also by armed forces, who were supported by helicopters in order to give assurances to villagers and to Mali.
Mazi, am I coming out clear?
They know that
yes, Mazi.
This is a fight in Mali that is going on between the Fulanis and the Dogons.
Does that mean that you know who is responsible for the violence in this Mopti area?
The forces arrested people. They are suspects and they are brought before the Procureur General. This is before justice in order to conduct investigation, in order to know who are responsible for these criminal actions.
Now, some of the Fulanis that we've spoken to say that the government backs these Dogon militia groups that are active in attacking Fulani villages. Is your government supporting Dogon militias?
You know that we have a new government in this country from May 5th, following the signing of a political agreement which occurred on May 2nd. We have a new government with a new political agreement with a roadmap. The first point of the roadmap is to organize a national conference to give opportunity to Malians political forces, civil societies, but all sections of the population to discuss about the burning issues the country is confronting, is facing. The second issue is the implementation of the peace agreement signed 4 years ago in Alger. I'm coming now to the third point, which interests you, is the situation of the center of the country in terms of stabilization and securization. This is extremely important for us.
Mazi,
Mm.
why is it that everywhere the Fulani goes, they leave the same trademark? You remember that in Nigeria there was this national conference that was held.
Mm.
Now, this one of the ministers in Mali as well, talking about also national conference, exactly what is happening in Nigeria: reconciliation, killing, fighting. That even the Dogon people have to raise a militia, just like the Eastern Security Network as well, to defend their land. The Eastern Security Network is not a militia, but they refer to it as a militia because that is what they are trying to say now, that the Eastern Security Network is. Because the moment you now decide to defend your line, they tag you a militia. So wherever they go, they create trouble, the same trend, the same process, exactly what is happening in Mali. National conference, a reconciliation, all this, the whole of West Africa, they move and they create trouble from place to place. Mazi, go ahead.
What you need to understand, Mazi part, is actually all those national concepts you are comparing with the Fulanis are not actually what they want, are not what they want to achieve. That's just the point. There is people, the colonialists, who colonized Africa that are actually investing heavily in Fulani tribes to use them to destabilize Africa, to use them to destabilize Nigeria. So, and these are the things that need to be fought against. These are the things that they need to be fought against. Because if they couldn't find an instrument like Fulanis, because when you are comparing that your national confab and all the rest of them, he does not address the issues that they wanted to conquer all the territories. They don't want you to say that you are an Anambra man and then they are not an Anambra person. No. They want to make sure that there is a conquest of Fulanis all over Africa. That is what they want. And it's not being discussed in most of the concepts. You are discussing in most of your national conference on how to coexist together, on how to live together, on how to ration powers and that. What does Fulani come to ration power with you? Look Nigeria as an example. They don't believe in power rationing. They believe in total conquest. They believe in total domination. Like as they are dominating Nigerian government today. That's what they believe. And you are not including this discussion in your national confab. Why do you want the Fulanis to be part of it? Because they want the government that will be only them. So that everybody who come around the power will just go for their bidding. So that it will be about their bidding in Anambra State, their bidding in Aboli State, their bidding in River State, their bidding all over the places. So the people who are using them and advising them can able to be advancing their divide and rules method of conquest. Because that's very important. They know, like today people complain in IPOP, diplomacy in IPOP is zero. I will laugh at them. Because the people who are working as diplomats for Fulanis, you don't see them. They are not the Fulanis that are killing people, carrying AK-47. But this is the underground jobs that are being done underground, and they will project Fulanis. Being that is being that okay, when we conquer them, we share the pay, we take the larger portion, then we give you the smaller portions. Because even they themselves have not been, despite all this fight for power, they have not been able to liberate themselves from poverty, of from being used. So we need to understand this, that the people who are advancing the instrument of divide and rule are the people who are diplomats for the Fulanis. They are the Fulanis diplomats because they find them as an instrument. They are the only tribes in Africa that are found to be used against Africans, against Black Africans. Because of their ways of the selfishness, because of the selfishness in their lifestyle, selfishness about power. They are very selfish about power. Very, very 100% selfish about power. They know that the rulership of Fulanis is not inclusive. There is no inclusiveness in the rulership of Fulanis. So that is why they are advancing the cause of the Fulanis, advancing them, being their diplomats. So people who are the diplomats of IPOP, you don't see them in camera. You don't see them. I was talking with a doctor. I was talking with a doctor this morning before we come into this program. I said, please, can you come in our program? He said, me as a diplomat, I cannot appear like that. So many of you who are waiting to see the diplomats of IPOP and that, you can't see them in the camera. What you see in the camera are agitators like us. But we are receiving directives. So you understand what Fulanis are doing, you understand their game, then you use something to counter their game. You don't use diplomats to counter the games of the Fulanis that they are playing physical. No, diplomats. There is no amount of you sitting down in a meeting with the Fulanis. Well, after you have sit down, they will revolt because you will not discuss their interest in that meeting. You will always want to discuss the instrument of inclusiveness. But they don't want that inclusiveness. They wanted everybody to leave power for them. That they will be governing, they will be the Igwe of your community and all the rest of them. So that is what is happening. And that's what we are opening the eyes of our people. That you need people like IPOP to put Fulanis where they belong. All of you quoting law, which of the Fulanis knows law? You know law, and yet Tanko Mohammed is your chief of justice, an Islamic scholar. Is now you are chief of justice in a secular state, and you seems not to see anything wrong on it. You still like, oh, leave them now, let them do their own and come. They cannot do and come out. They cannot do and go out. If Tanko Mohammed finish, they will bring another one. If Buhari finish, they will bring another one. They are not going anywhere because that is what they want. They put their people in all the strategic position. That's the kind of government they run. So we need people like IPOB. If you are reading law to Fulanis and all that, you are wasting your time. I said it in our last program that you only know that Nigeria has a constitution when it comes to do with Southerners. Constitution will be flying here and there. The law say, the law say, the law say. But when the North are taking their moves, nobody put law for them. They do their dirty job very clean and defend themselves. And they will not call themselves. How many of the Fulani herdsmen has been arrested? How many of them has been prosecuted? How many? Where have you seen it? They are fighting the governor of Benue State because he said if you see Fulanis and this, you will arrest them and their cow. And they went to kill their people. Why? Because they want to put fear on them. They want to, when you see Fulani, you will be trembling. So you need people like IPOP. You need a man like Mazen Nandekano, who will stand on the gap. I tell you something. Now, when God sent Moses to deliver the children of Israel, Moses said, I'm a hot-tempered person. And God gave him Aaron. You must acknowledge this. Maz, I'll come back to this program.
Yes, so thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. We are about to give out the line because we want Biafrans to make their contribution, and we want to put the number on the screen. The number is 393881779665, and I want Biafrans to call in and make their opinion known. We want people to call in now that the presidency have said they are moving out Fulani herdsmen from the bushes. They have recognized after many years that Fulani herdsmen were destroying people's farm and all that. Now that they have decided to make those changes, what is your opinion, Mazi? I'm putting the number on the screen, but you can go ahead with what you were saying earlier on. But I'm putting it because I want Biafrans to call in now that the presidency have said, "Oh, we are removing Fulani from the bushes. We want to say." I want Biafrans to talk to us, Mazi.
Thank you. So, like what I'm saying, Moses said, "I'm a hot temper." Then God assist him with Aaron, his brother, who he has prepared. Then Aaron is doing the job of the diplomats under the leadership of Moses, who is hot tempered. You see, when it comes to demonstration of power, it is Moses that demonstrated power. Yet Aaron was doing the diplomats, gathering the elders, speaking with the elders, interpreting the message that God has given to Moses, to the elders, whereby organizing the people into liberation. But that does not make, even for once Aaron did not revoke against the leadership of Moses. Even the time he tried to deceive the people, the people put pressure on him to have a molding calf. Even at that very time, it's not, Aaron did not, once he see Moses, he goes to Moses' side. And again, when the children of Israel have finally liberated and they come to the land that God promised them, they still go into the bondage of idolatry. God sent a prophet like a prophet Elisha. Elisha is a man fit to deal with the situation on the ground at that moment. Elijah. Now, why I draw this story together is because I want to show you what happened on the mountain of transgression. There, the disciple of Jesus, they bear the witness, said Moses was there, Elijah was there. Now, why is the Moses and why is Elijah in that mountain of transgression? That is a mystery that we needed to understand with what Mazen Nandekano is doing today. We need to understand that mystery. That you don't need diplomats, only diplomats to deal with the killers like Fulani Herdsmen. You don't need diplomats. You need a man like Elijah who can take a knife and kill all the prophets of Baal in order to clean the land. He took knife, he killed 300 men one night. You need such man with the zeal to sensitize, with the zeal to clean the land, with the zeal to stop the people who are defiling the land by fire, by force, to give them the kind of response that they need. You don't need all those national conference, conference and all that. You can't address the issue of the Fulani with those activities because they don't understand it. They don't understand it. So that is exactly what our people need to know. You needed somebody who will give it to them the way they understand it. You need somebody that will speak the language that they can understand. Very important. If you don't have such a person to speak the language that the Fulani killers and the Fulani rapists can understand, then forget about putting them in your government. It can change nothing. They will only succeed in deceiving you to be doing their bid. And you think you are together, but under you, they are using you to further their evil activities. And we need to understand that. On this note, Mazi, I will be
Yes, we had a caller.
I will stand out in this program to give
Okay.
opportunity for Nigeria, for Biafrans living in
And
Nigeria.
and also Nigerians alike. And also Nigerians alike. Because there
Yeah.
are still people who still believe in one Nigeria. They
So we
can
are
call
giving
in.
them opportunity to call
They
in
can
the
call
program.
in. Yes, so Mazi, let's see if we can just give me a minute to confirm if you can hear this our caller louder. Caller, good evening. Yeah, I can hear you clearly, but I don't know if our viewers are hearing you. I want a confirmation that the caller is coming out clearly, please. I want the confirmation. I want the confirmation that the caller, I want somebody to tell me if the caller is coming out clear. Caller, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling from.
My name is Mazi Ezeji. I'm calling from London.
You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mazi Pat and Mazi Solomon, for your analysis. What I want to chip in is these Fulani people. It's like the way the North and the South can never come together. To be at the same place at the same time. It's the same way. These Fulani people, they can never, operate in a democracy. So in a society, they're not naturally. They operate a feudal system. And that feudal system they operate, if you are bringing democracy to them, it's entirely, they are alien to it. They will never, try to live in peace with the rest of us. The only thing that goes on in their brain is how to, kill men, conquer, and take over people's land. Because naturally, what you have to understand is that they have no nation of their own. They don't have any place. Say this particular country is a country of Fulani. They are marauders. They scatter all over the whole place, the whole Sahel region. They keep moving from one country to another. When they go there, they will cause mayhem, kill people, take over their land. That's why, like the video we played during this program about what is going on in Mali, it's the same modus operandi. Wherever they go, it's the same thing. They can never live in peace with others. What is in their mind is one thing, conquest. It's only in Nigeria, that they have a very strong foothold. And that strong foothold is because they have hijacked the Nigerian government through the election of Buhari when he was alive, 2015. So that gave them an open door for them to do whatever they want to do freely in Nigeria. In the north, they've conquered the north, established their law in the north. So what is remaining for them is to conquer the rest of the country. That's why you see them, they are coming southwest, trying because they've already conquered the north. The north is in their bag. So it's remaining the Biafra land and then the Oduduwa land is their next target. That's why they flooded them. Look at what they did in Nigeria. They blocked the southern borders and they left the northern borders open. During that time, they left that northern borders open. They were flooded into Nigeria. Once they come in with motorbike or whichever trekking or whatever, they will give them passport. They are in the north. Automatically, they become Nigerians. So the ones from Boko Haram, the ones from bandits and all those how many terrorist organizations they have in the north, they bring them also and tell you they are repentant Boko Haram and bring them.
Caller, just hold on a moment.
Have no hope. Our people would have, our land would have been taken completely by Fulani. You know, that's why all these our Southeast governors or South governors, they are just, I don't know, they are a shame to humanity. They are a shame to humanity. Because these people just use them to play games. And then they give them little money or give them promise to become vice president or president that it will never be. Now they sell our people out. When they sell our people out, what is our hope? And even I talked about Mazin Namdekano did not institute this ESN now. What would have been our hope? By now, in all our villages, Fulani would have overrun us, taking over our land. You see them killing our men and women, raping our daughters and our mothers, killing them with impunity. Why? Because they come by force, with violence, with intimidation. You know, but now they have seen a force that is coming out from ESN. Well, it's giving them pushback. What is the only hope they have? The only hope is they will go and align with Nigerian government for them to use Nigerian military to see if there is a weak link and also push further south, which is not going to happen. Because once they try it, well, all will break loose. And that will be their end in Nigeria. And moreover, they are using the same resources from our land to intimidate us. That's why these our Southeast governors and South sometimes, if not for one thing, I would say it's better we start cleaning house from inside. Because once you clean them out, then every other person that is coming will be so scared to say, nah, please, the game has changed. Because the only way to deal with Fulani is fire for fire. And once that fire for fire comes, you see them, they start retracting. That's what Ghana did to them. In Ghana, it was the same thing until Ghana rose up and then drove them away from Ghana. You know, and some other African countries. But it's only in Nigeria that they have a very strong foothold. They are controlling the oil in the south. They are controlling all the government parastatals in Nigeria. And then they can arrange a fake kidnap arm to collect money from the Nigerian government and use it to buy arms and use it to do whatever they want to do. So they said that Nigeria, okay, we've conquered the north. Let's move down south to conquer south also. But it's not going to happen.
Mazi, thank you very much.
That's why everybody, let's support ESN because that is our last hope. If not, by now, we would have gone as a people.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. So our brother from London called in and is giving us the same narrative of the Fulani trying to conquer and make themselves indigenous by force. Because when you go to a place and you actually want to coexist and cohabit with the people, you assimilate yourself, become part of the society, make your contributions, and you will be accepted. But in this case, they force themselves on the people, they intimidate the people, they kill, they forcefully take lands, they destroy crops, they want to frustrate the host communities, and at the end of the day, they keep creating problems. We've seen what is happening in Mali with the Dongon tribe of Mali, that the people have to raise their own security network to be able to, resist the Fulani attempt to take over their space. So here we are in a situation where they have, put out a statement through the media and publicity. Not even the president of the country himself is coming out to address. And it came to me as a so, because all of us were expecting that the Nigerian military will be coming in full force to attack the ESN, but they pulled back to assess the situation. Their pullback is to assess the strength of the Eastern Security Network and see how they can come, because these people are used to dealing with situations like this, and it is the first time since after the Civil War that the Eastern region actually raised their own kind of security system. Since after the Civil War, we haven't seen our people actually come together in this manner to start developing a source of defense with rockets and rocket propelled grenade and all the necessary ammunition for self-defense since after the Civil War in 1967 to 70. And here we are again. Exactly the reason that made Ojukwu declare went to Aburi at the time and declared Biafra, for the safety of the people of the Eastern region. And 50 years on, we are back to the same situation. And, it's quite unfortunate, but we have to remain smart and alive. And I'm happy that the leader of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have made it in his post very clear that we cannot lose our guard. The number is on the screen. For those of you who want to call in, you are free to call in. The number is +39 388 177 9665. Many of you have tried to call, but I wasn't picking because other people are. So you can call back and make a contribution. I would like to see if we can take a little break while the call keeps coming in. I want to see how we can take a little break while the call keeps coming in.
To defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farms. Our daughters are being raped and cut into pieces. Everybody is aware of what transpired at Nimbo, at Ozowani, what is happening right now in Delta, what is also happening in Ebonyi State, and also in parts of Abia. We cannot allow it to continue. We have cowards and spineless, lily-livered idiots as governors. They have given over our land to the Janjaweed to occupy in perpetuity. This very generation, this very IPOB will not tolerate it. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. We would rather all perish and die than to allow our land to be taken over by the Janjaweed. It cannot happen. This is a warning to all the governors who are conspiring due to one political consideration or the other to give our land to infidels and blood-sucking demons from the Sahel. It cannot happen, not under our watch. It's not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Our invaders, we are being told, come from Senegambia. We are being told they come from Mali. Some are from Niger Republic. Some are from Chad, according to the governor of Kaduna State, El Rufai. Therefore, we are setting up the Eastern Security Network to combat the excesses of these vagabonds and criminals from across the Sahel. Along the same lines as Amotekun, and even the ones set up by the terrorists themselves, Miyetti Allah. What we are launching today officially before the congregation of a global audience is the Eastern Security Network. Not a Biafran army, no. Anytime this army will march, we shall let the world know. But for now, and for our present purposes, we are there to defend the land of Biafra against these marauders from the Sahel, against a very determined incursion being led by terrorists, Fulani terrorists to be precise. What we are doing is no different from what Amotekun is seeking to achieve in Yoruba land. What we are doing is not far from what Miyetti Allah, the terrorists themselves, are seeking to achieve in the northern part of the damnable Zoological Republic. Our response to the endless cycle of insecurity, lawlessness, mayhem, destruction of lives and properties in Biafra land is the launch of this very Eastern Security Network. This very day, in the coming days and weeks, you will see them in their uniforms. You will see them performing very critical and vital functions of ensuring the security of our land. I urge each and every one of you to give them your maximum cooperation. Attempts in the past to resolve these very raging Fulani terrorist incursion into our land has been very fragmented and piecemeal. It has never worked. Just a few days ago, we received reports that Delta State, under Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, launched what he referred to as Delta Safe Operation Delta Hawk, only for Delta State. Whereas Yoruba governors launched Amotekun to safeguard the whole of Yoruba land. Miyetti Allah launched their own vigilante group to safeguard the interest of Fulani Janjaweed all over the Zoological Republic. When you come to the east, by which I mean the southeast and the south-south, all the governors there are cowards. They have not done anything to secure our lives and our properties. That is why we felt it is necessary for us to do the right thing to protect our land, or else we will go the way that the Hausa people went. And we are not going to allow that, not under our watch. They have managed to fragment our people. They have managed to divide us. No governor in the southeast or south-south has the courage nor the conviction to stand up to defend the people. Therefore, we must. Therefore, IPOB must defend our land to the very last blood in our bones. We are not going to stop. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever, until we rid our farms and our forests of every vestige of Fulani Janjaweedism. This evening, I'm announcing it, that our forests and our farmlands shall be free of Fulani terror presence. They cannot dwell in our bushes. They can bring down their cattle to do their business, after which we expect them to domicile in our cities and in our towns, to rent houses like any other group of people. If they decide to venture into our forests and into our farms, they will have us to contend with. We do not care who they come with. We don't care if they come with their army, their air force, or whoever is supporting this caliphate, relentless incursion into the south. We shall meet them head on. We shall confront them. I do not want to hear about any rape of a mother anywhere starting from this very night. I don't want to hear that any daughter of Biafra has been abducted anywhere in our territory, because starting from this very evening, our forests and our farmlands are no-go areas for Fulani terrorists, masquerading as herdsmen. Because the Fulani very cleverly discovered that the only way they can defeat our people is by dividing us. That is why all the governors of the South, and the Southeast never got together to float any security outfit capable of defending our land. None of them did. Absolutely none. Even what their counterparts are doing in Yoruba land, they cannot replicate. What ordinary terrorist group like Miet Yala is doing, your so-called governors cannot do it because they are cowards, they are beholden to the caliphate. They have come to do the bidding of the Fulani Janjaweed, and we can't allow them in our land. If they want to serve the Fulani Caliphate, they can go to the north and do it. Not in Biafra land, not anymore, not from this very night. That is why this very announcement is being made before the full view of the international community, that they may understand how serious we are, how determined we are. As somebody quite rightly said, the only way to eat an elephant is by cutting it into pieces. The only way the Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent
Hello, Biafrans. Welcome to the program. Thank you for being here. We are back from the break. And why did we decide to take this clip of the leader of IPOB and the declaration of the establishment of the Eastern Security Network? Because 50 years ago, between 1960 and 1966 precisely, our able leader, our eternal leader, Ojukwu, made the same declaration asking the people of the Eastern region to return back home so that they can be safe in their land. But today, it's no longer, reverse is the case, that the enemies are now in the land ravaging. And we have a different situation where we are now raising up a security system that have to protect us. If for the past 50 years nothing have changed, when is it going to change? We are expecting your calls. We are expecting your calls for those who want to call in. If after 50 years we haven't come out of violence in Nigeria, we haven't been able to rid Nigeria of violence, if after 50 years we haven't learned nothing, when are we going to learn? If after 50 years that we are now, after 50 years, that we are now being killed in our own land, it was we being killed in the north. Now it is them coming down south to kill us in our own land, that the situation have deteriorated. And you see, find many of our people living in denial, denying the reality. When you see them coming out to say, oh, Eastern Security Network is this, is that, and people who are supposed to support the effort, creating room for the enemy to come in. And I want you to call in and make your contribution. You have our people, some of our people making negative comment toward the security of their own people, telling you that we don't need the Eastern Security Network. If we don't need the Eastern Security Network, so what do we need? It is very clear to everybody. We have a caller. Hello, caller. Please turn down the volume of your radio. Yeah, good evening from here. Turn down the volume of your radio or your listening device and introduce yourself, please.
Okay, my name is Chiso. I hope my voice is coming out.
Yes, I hope that our audience are listening. Go ahead.
Okay, what I want to say first and foremost is that for the presidency to say that they are calling the Fulani to stop proving about with their cows in our forest, this is what they call mirage. They are just trying to subpedal what we are trying to do. We know that they will never take their eyes out from the southeast, from our side, from the south. They will never take their eyes out from Biafra land. They know what they are doing. They are trying to restrategize themselves again to come again and do what? And do the attack. So we should not subpedal. We will be people. They are very, very cunning people. You will see a Fulani man, you will try to sympathize with the Fulani man. If you have lived with them, they will try to sympathize them, but they can never be sympathized, because you that want to sympathize the Fulani man is, you are the first person that the Fulani man will kill. So Fulani don't have any pity. If you like, feed the Fulani, any day he gets strength, the person he will attack first is that person that feed him. That is the life of Fulani man. I'll do again what I want to say again, because some things make me to be crying, make me to shed tears. Not that I'm too emotional about it. What some of people, people are saying, like somebody like Raphael was weekend, is something of two equality. Because this man, we are saying that they give him the Ofo Igbo, that this Ofo Igbo, that they spoke with him, he spoke with Uchemefo, trying to return the Ofo Igbo to Uchemefo, talking. They divided this state. When this Ofo Igbo don't know anything about state. Ofo Igbo don't know anything about state, because we have our brothers in Benue State. If you have gone to that place in Benue State, you cry. We have our brothers in Oju local government in Benue State, Oju local government, Okpoku local government in Benue State. Our brothers are in Kubale. Our brothers are in Otongo. Our brothers are in Ikede. And none of these people can talk where our brothers. Our brothers are in the Banke, which you know most of those places I'm calling now. None of them has talked about the evil people that are in other places. Only what they care is this 5 states. And where that keep people sharing us apart. This man that said that he has Ofo Igbo in his hand has never talked about the people that are outside. It's something of irony. Even in the Bible, they say that person that has run away and leave the 99 there. But these people have never one day go and ask about other Igbo people that they are maltreating in other places. They only know these 5 states. Is it these 5 states? Is it the only way people there? We have Igbo in a local government. In a river state, the local government is where they have Amadio also. The Amadioha of the whole Biafra land is there. Ochuku field is in jail. Ochuku field is in jail. And these people are not talking about all these things. They only care about these 5 states. This to talk about 5 states. What is Ofo? Ofo don't know state. Ofo no Igbo. It's Ofo Igbo. It's not Ofo state. It's not Ofo state. It's Ofo Igbo. Ofo don't know what they call Abia. Ofo don't know what they call Delta. Ofo don't know what they call River. Ofo don't know what they call Bayelsa. What Ofo know is Ofo Igbo as a whole. Shame unto Raphael.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi, for calling in.
Will strike you dead because your hand is full of evil. If it was in those days, you will not speak that you will of. Do you know the meaning of Ofo? Do you know the what you are talking about to the people? Do you know what it means? When the blood of our people is in your hand, you are eating blood money. You are killing your people. You have kidnapped a lot of people. You are a kidnapper. Like to us, the first prison you go is a kidnap case. And the truth are coming out now. The truth are coming out now.
Mazi, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have another caller. Thank you very much for your call. Hello, caller. Good evening. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Biafra Television. Welcome to Biafra TV.
Okay. My name is Chukwumekalo.
You're welcome to the program.
I'm speaking with Mazi Pat.
Yes, it's me. Go ahead and make your contribution. Thank you very much.
Okay. My contribution is based on what I saw on internet concerning the presidency trying to withdraw the Fulani Herdsmen. It's an kudos for we IPOB family to also to our leader Mazi Nnamdi, because these foolish herdsmen have been terrorizing, kidnapping, raping. No entity have ever confronted them. But when they see the security which our leaders set up, they know that the game has changed. So I hope they will do exactly what has been said. That is my contribution. And secondly, I have another thing to say. Based on what Wazirikes have been saying about Ofo Ndi Igbo, it remains in a permanent place. It doesn't move. And it hardly you see the Ofo. What Ojuku gave to him is a title, not Ofo Igbo. Just that there's no simple truth on his mouth. We will overcome them.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have another caller. Thank you for your contribution. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Hello, caller. Please, this is a WhatsApp number. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome to the program.
Mazi Patrick, thank you very much for your good work.
Thank you, and God bless you. You're welcome to the program. Can you please introduce yourself, Mazi Aganeku?
I remember more Ganeku. We come and Nanimu. I decided here in a time. Come precisely. Mazi Patrick, I love you.
Hello, caller.
Hello, Azepat. Good evening.
This call is supposed to be a WhatsApp call, not a direct call, because you keep cutting people who are already online, but all the same, make your contribution. I will go back to the earlier caller. Go ahead, introduce yourself, and tell us where you are calling from. Yes, so the caller is gone. Let's see if we can get back to the initial caller who tried to get in touch, because this caller keeps cutting the calls of other people. So it made it very, very difficult for others to continue with their interaction. I hope that if Mazia Ganeku is following, that you should call back, please. Call back and I will take your call. Hello, caller. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Can you please speak louder?
Okay, I can hear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome to the program.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome to the program.
Okay, thank you. My name is Raymond Okonkwo. I believe maybe sometimes you see me on Facebook. I follow you all the time.
Okay, I have a lot of followers.
I'm from Agbo, Delta State.
You're
I live in Sierra now.
You're welcome to the program.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Hello. Are you are breathing strong? Can
Hello?
you can you go ahead and make your contribution?
Okay. My contribution first, I want to talk about the way the Fulani is rising everywhere in Nigeria.
Yes, go ahead.
That Fulani terrorism. You remember 2019, when 2019 want to end, stroke 2020, you know, say Buhari open border. He say let all the Fulanis, all the Africans to come to Nigeria.
Yes.
So there is some evil people who video those incidents. Many people video it. There's people on Facebook. There's a look at how Fulanis are packing in our country. So the reason why those Fulani are coming, everything that is happening in Nigeria, Buhari is the mastermind of everything. He has planned how to capture all the country. You understand? So even that time of lockdown, you see some Igbo people, some Hausa, all those Fulani, there will be 40 in the bus going different directions in all the country. But there is lockdown. But them are moving freely. You understand? And since all those crises started, nobody has accused Buhari. Nobody has asked him, where is those people that they open border for? Let them ask Buhari, where is those people that park in Nigeria? When they park in Nigeria in January 2019-2020, those people that park in. May they ask Buhari, where is those people? And then another thing I want to say, you know, say Buhari thinks say the time of Ojukwu, you know, Ojukwu made some mistake for the fight and they lost the fight. So they capitalized on that losing. They think say the same thing will happen that time will happen now. My joy now is say as social media don't come, social media is helping their past struggle. It's helping us to unite all we from that region, that East region. So with this social media, we can be able to put ourselves together and we can speak in one voice, you understand? And then before we start anything, in those borders, I don't want us to do the same we do before. All those borders, our border, all those borders, I don't know how many borders we have in this. But all those borders, we have to take over first, our security. Before we start anything, we must make sure that the border, we are in charge of our border. You understand? We know what goes and we know what comes. Before we can conquer anything, we must make sure we have taken over the border.
Thank you.
And then when we want to start, whenever we want to start, we will start from those in this Biafra land. Now then we will start the fight. We will start those who are Nigeria. We have to start. When we go to you, we will ask you, are you a Biafra or Nigeria? In Biafra, we will start the war from Biafra, which you know. We will start from which you know because we fight to outsiders. So
thank you very much.
Don't sabotage.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. We have another caller. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, welcome to the program. Please reduce the volume of your device. Reduce the volume of your device.
Hello?
Yes, reduce the volume of your listening device, please. Because I can hear myself from here.
Yeah. I've loaded.
Okay, so introduce yourself and make your contribution.
My name is Colin. Eze.
You're welcome to the
There's
program.
a report that I got. I don't know. I'm going to send it to the WhatsApp. Now, I think it's WhatsApp. There's a crisis going on in somewhere in the Bonny State, in the local government. Yesterday night, stroke today.
Okay.
The Fulani.
Okay.
They've taken over part of the village there, and then they collaborate with the chief there, and especially the governor of the state. Then the people in that community, they cannot move around again. Then there's a crisis now that the police are arresting people there.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for that information. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we have another caller.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, caller. Please reduce the volume of your listening device, please. Reduce the volume of your listening device. Hello? Hello, caller. Can you hear me? Okay, the caller is not hearing me. I would like to go back to Mazi Aganeku that tried to call in before. Let's see if we can get him on the line. Hello, Mazi. Good evening.
Good evening, Mazi Kempachu.
Yes, you're welcome to the program. We have to call you back because somebody cut you off. So you're welcome to the program. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I remember Mazi watching a new work I said them here in Italy. I just want to contribute on this or four of it. This or four what Rike is mentioning. Our people, what I want to say that our people never know the time the rain started. Talk more the time. For him to come out now talking about Ofo shows that he don't know what he come out to do. You understand me? Ofu Igbo. We know how it goes. We know how it goes. We ordinary people, we know how it goes. And we are on it. That is why we tell everybody to go back to your root. You understand me? Go back to your root. And I have calling them, I have been calling them. These warrant chiefs, I have been calling their name on my programs. So we know how it goes. So who say that you don't know about it must go back and study and search, do research for it. Because we are on it already. We must, because so many people are saying that agrarian is Igbo. Some say no, is Igbo. No, Igbo is Igbo.
Mazi Aganeku. Yeah, Mazi
Igbo was is talking about
Mazi
Igbo. We know where it is.
Okay.
So we know how it goes.
Yes, Mazi Aganeku, we are here to talk about. Please, we are here to talk about the presidency statement on the Fulani Herdsmen. On the issue of Ofo and all that, we'll be treating them some other time, but we are here. What do you have to tell us about the presidency statement on Fulani Herdsmen leaving the bushes?
They must leave our land. They must leave. We have nothing to do with them. Rather, we are out here to restore the motherland. Mazike Patrick, we are here to do what they couldn't do. This is what everybody has to know. And we don't look at them, these people. As of me, I don't look at them. I do what I want to do. Go straight to it.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi.
So nobody has the right to come and tell us what to do there.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much.
They have no right. Yerima Shetima and their cohort, they have no right.
Thank you very much.
Everybody have it in mind.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Hello, welcome to the program. Hello, caller.
Thank you very much, brother. Good evening from here. My name is Mazeme Kubioha. I'm from Ebonyi Province.
Mazemeka, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, and I love what you are doing. I love your consistency and how you have been making common sense in the whole topic you have been saying. You know, for the first time since after the war, this is time we have been in the position of strength, courtesy of the Eastern Security Network formed by our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is why you are hearing the statement you are hearing today from the presidency, saying they are going to stop the Fulani Herdsmen from wandering about. Because if we had been in the position of weakness, you couldn't have, that statement wouldn't have come. But our leader now positioned us in the position of strength. Now we have a security that can checkmate all these people that are beheading our people, all these people that are raping our women, all these people that are beheading reverend fathers, our brothers in the farm, our brothers and sisters in the farm. Our leader has brought security network called Eastern Security Network to checkmate them. Because of this single reason, now the presidency is reconsidering how to stop Fulani Herdsmen from wandering about. Let it be well known to everybody. Forget all the shenanigans or all the news we are getting. Since the formation of that Eastern Security Network, the beheading has stopped. That's a fact. Raping has stopped. All the things they are doing now is trying to look for a way to test the strength of the people who are securing our land. But they have to know that the same people, this is the same generation, this is the same bloodline of the same people that fought the whole world for 3 years without bowing down. That is the same people that come out now and they are taking it upon themselves, volunteers, to defend our land, for our women and children to go free to their normal duties. If you are a student, you go to school freely without fear of your head being beheaded. That is what Eastern Security Network has come to do. Again, before I summarize, there is one point some people are raising, but those points are coming from those who oppose whatever Mazen Nnamdi Kanu do, whatever Nnamdi Kanu does, they oppose it. That thing. The point they have been saying, they say, if Eastern Security Network arrest people, are they going to take the people to Nigeria police or to Nigerian army? They are asking this question because they did not listen to our leader's speech. Our leader's speech made it very clear what Eastern Security Network have come to do. They do not come to arrest anybody. They do not come to arrest anybody. Maybe you're working or you're doing anything, they arrest you. No. Their duty is very simple. To stop those who are killing our people. To stop terrorism. That is why they have come. And everybody knows very well. Nobody's in the business. Even if asked to United States, they will tell you the same. They are not in the business of arresting terrorists. If you are a terrorist, back out of our land because we don't need you anymore. Your life cannot be guaranteed again if you are a terrorist. If you're in the business of raping our mothers and our sisters, back out of our land because Eastern Security Network have come to stay and they will do the job to eradicate all this nonsense from our land. That is how we will support Eastern Security Network or Hi.
Thank you.
For giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for being part of this program. I'll be rounding it up, and I want to say that our Eastern Security Network, if they catch you and you are a terrorist, they will escort you to the border. And that is how we're going to end the program. And I want to say thank you for your patience. Thank you for sharing this program. Thank you for tagging your friends. Thank you for inviting your friends. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. And we'll always be back with our brother Mazi Solomon Peter. And I want to leave you with this wonderful speech once again by the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Have a wonderful evening, wonderful night, and wonderful morning, wherever you might be. May God continue to bless you all in the name of Chukwu Abiyama.
To defend our land against the excesses and ravages of Fulani terrorism and the hegemonic tendencies of the Sokoto Caliphate. For years, our mothers have not been able to go to the farms. Our daughters are being raped and cut into pieces. Everybody is aware of what transpired at Nimbo, at Ozo Wani, what is happening right now in Delta, what is also happening in Ebonyi State, and also in parts of Abia. We cannot allow it to continue. We have cowards and spineless, lily-livered idiots as governors. They have given over our land to the Janjaweed to occupy in perpetuity. This very generation, this very IPOB will not tolerate it. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. We would rather all perish and die than to allow our land to be taken over by the Janjaweed. It cannot happen. This is a warning to all the governors who are conspiring due to one political consideration or the other to give our land to infidels and blood-sucking demons from the Sahel. It cannot happen, not under our watch. It's not going to happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Our invaders, we are being told, come from Senegambia. We are being told they come from Mali. Some are from Niger Republic. Some are from Chad, according to the governor of Kaduna State, El Rufai. Therefore, we are setting up the Eastern Security Network to combat the excesses of these vagabonds and criminals from across the Sahel. Along the same lines as Amotekun, and even the ones set up by the terrorists themselves, Mieti Yala. What we are launching today officially before the congregation of a global audience is the Eastern Security Network. Not a Biafran army, no. Anytime this army will march, we shall let the world know. But for now, and for our present purposes, we are there to defend the land of Biafra against these marauders from the Sahel, against a very determined incursion being led by terrorists, Fulani terrorists to be precise. What we are doing is no different from what Amotekun is seeking to achieve in Yoruba land. What we are doing is not far from what Mieti Yala, the terrorists themselves, are seeking to achieve in the northern part of the damnable Zoological Republic. Our response to the endless cycle of insecurity, lawlessness, mayhem, destruction of lives and properties in Biafra land is the launch of this very Eastern Security Network. This very day, in the coming days and weeks, you will see them in their uniforms. You will see them performing very critical and vital functions of ensuring the security of our land. I urge each and every one of you to give them your maximum cooperation. Attempts in the past to resolve this very raging Fulani terrorist incursion into our land has been very fragmented and piecemeal. It has never worked. Just a few days ago, we received reports that Delta State, under Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, launched what he referred to as Delta Safe Operation Delta Hawk, only for Delta State, whereas Yoruba governors launched Amotekun to safeguard the whole of Yoruba land. Miyetti Yala launched their own vigilante group to safeguard the interest of Fulani Janjaweed all over the Zoological Republic. When you come to the east, by which I mean the southeast and the south-south, all the governors there are cowards. They have not done anything to secure our lives and our properties. That is why we felt it is necessary for us to do the right thing to protect our land, or else we will go the way that the Hausa people went. And we are not going to allow that, not under our watch. They have managed to fragment our people. They have managed to divide us. No governor in the southeast or south-south has the courage nor the conviction to stand up to defend the people. Therefore, we must. Therefore, IPOB must defend our land to the very last blood in our bones. We are not going to stop. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever, until we rid our farms and our forests of every vestige of Fulani Janjaweedism. This evening, I'm announcing it, that our forests and our farmlands shall be free of Fulani terror presence. They cannot dwell in our bushes. They can bring down their cattle to do their business, after which we expect them to domicile in our cities and in our towns, to rent houses like any other group of people. If they decide to venture into our forests and into our farms, they will have us to contend with. We do not care who they come with. We don't care if they come with their army, their air force, or whoever is supporting this caliphate relentless incursion into the south. We shall meet them head on. We shall confront them. I do not want to hear about any rape of a mother anywhere starting from this very night. I don't want to hear that any daughter of Biafra has been abducted anywhere in our territory, because starting from this very evening, our forests and our farmlands are no-go areas for Fulani terrorists masquerading as herdsmen. Because the Fulani very cleverly discovered that the only way they can defeat our people is by dividing us. That is why all the governors of the South-South and the Southeast never got together to float any security outfit capable of defending our land. None of them did. Absolutely none. Even what their counterparts are doing in Yoruba land, they cannot replicate. What ordinary terrorist group like Miyetti Yala is doing, your so-called governors cannot do it, because they are cowards. They are beholden to the caliphate. They have come to do the bidding of the Fulani Janjaweed, and we can't allow them in our land. If they want to serve the Fulani caliphate, they can go to the north and do it. Not in Biafra land, not anymore, not from this very night. That is why this very announcement is being made before the full view of the international community, that they may understand how serious we are, how determined we are. As somebody quite rightly said, the only way to eat an elephant is by cutting it into pieces. The only way the Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent,
we move together, We talk together, we eat together, we bath together, we sleep together, we work together, we talk together, we work together, we go together. Abba, hiyele, ayamma. Abba, hiyele, ayamma. Hiyele, ayamma. Yele, merele bago, wokore wokota. Amarta meko. Akuke jirugo, humwanya digeria, honye niba, merele, aba, ayamma, merele bago, wokore wokama, atameko digeria, akuke jirugo, humwanya digeria, honye niba, baba, niburia. Merele, ayamma, merele, ayamma, hiyele. I want to use this opportunity to welcome our great leader, the leader of Eastern Security, in the person of Mazi Nande Paulo of Abadike. December 10,111 days formed on parade.